Hello everyone and good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Well, I'm in my new house. You will have to put up with the view of the kitchen for today, mainly just because I haven't managed to get my desk out at the moment and I don't have a chair to sit in at it because although I do have this one, because we are in a multi-story kind of three-story house, having to lug it upstairs and then back down again is just more hassle, so I just have to wait. But my yarn wall is up in my room and I will be doing videos from there as soon as I can, really. But for now I thought I would come back because I haven't been doing very much crochet at all, so I thought I would come back and see you all and give you a free pattern Friday. I was going to film it yesterday, but then didn't get round to it. I've been exhaustedly tired. I'm not sleeping very much. I think it's all a bit new and it's all a bit daunting and exciting at the same time. But yes, my chair is rather squeaky, so I'll try not to move. And I'm sorry about the clutter and the chaos, but again, we're trying to kind of live here but then still sort the other house. We don't give it up until Sunday, so we've been madly trying to clean and things, which is why I haven't managed to get much crochet done, because I am actually very exhaustedly tired by the time I get home. So you'll just have to excuse everything, but I was desperate to come and say hello because it has been a while. So what have I got for you today? Well, I've got a bit of this and that, and I've got some Easter things. Although I know Easter is just around the corner, they are quite quick makes, and that you if you want to kind of jump on the bandwagon after seeing them because it's something that you haven't seen before, then give it a go. You might well do. You might well find some. You might well find them quite easy to do and quite quick makes. So I thought I would just touch on a bit of Easter stuff, and then I've got a cowl that's going on to tell you about, and that although the kit costs £47, the pattern is free to download. So of course you can just use up the yarn that you have. You don't necessarily need to buy the kit and use theirs. So let's get into it, shall we? Now, first of all, I found this lovely pattern from Ravelry, and I think it would be I'm very short on space. I've got a smaller desk, and so I'm like, oh, where am I going to put everything for a minute? Because I really wanted to be based upstairs, but my desk is down here so that the printer's accessible and different things. So I'm all a bit, oh my gosh, I've got no room, so you just have to excuse me. But anyway, I digress. Today, I have found it's called a crochet pattern Pregnant Avocado, and when I saw it I just had to smile, and I think this would be a perfect gift for a baby shower or something like that, if you know that someone is having a baby, and I thought that was really quite fun. And the material they use is yarn art jeans, and I love yarn art jeans, and although you can use anything, of course, like I always used to say on my free pattern Fridays, but it's always nice to use it if you have it, and if you're a fan, then it just gives you an excuse to use it. But yeah, so it's won't mean a lot to you, but the colours are number 92, number 29, number 69, 20 and 90, and the eyes they're using is 10mm, and it's also using some satin pink ribbon and filler for the toys, obviously, because it needs to be stuffed. And then you need they're saying a 1.5 hook. Makes you think, oh gosh, doesn't it? I mean, I use a 2.5 and that is quite small enough for me. But if you use a bigger one, I suppose you could always, depending on what yarn you use, but depending on what you know, if you use a bigger hook or whatever, then it's going to work out bigger, and I don't think that matters either. And so then you can just it says you need some scissors, some stitch markers, wide-eyed needle, and some hot glue. But of course, that's up to you. You can always stitch it on. You don't need to glue anything really if you don't really want to. Anyway, so the author is a person called Svitlana Bozko. I don't know. I don't know, but that is the author there. I'll put it all in the description box below anyway. And then the co-author is called Lilia. And so like I say, I'll put it in the description box below. But I did actually think that this was very, very fun. And just one of those things that just makes you smile along the way. And let's face it, there's always going to be someone that's having a baby, isn't there? Whether it's a friend or a friend of a friend or some family, some sort of family somewhere along the way that you know. And I just thought it would be quite a fun thing to make them. Because whenever anyone's pregnant, we always say, oh, can I make the baby a blanket? But you never actually make someone, you know, the pregnant person something. So I thought it would be lovely to show you. So that's my reasoning for choosing that one. Now, then a popular one, but I had to smile because of the beads. The beads made me smile, and I thought I would choose the worry worms because there is a lot of anxiety in the world today. And a little worry worm, as we all know, they are very popular. But I just had to show you this one because of the beads. So I'll put that in the description box below as well. And they're saying to use light worsted, so DK will be fine. Excellent for yarn scraps. And they're using cotton quick or wool carina. But again, it doesn't matter what you use, you can just use whatever you want. You need a sewing needle, some wooden beads with faces on between 0.8 and 1 inch. And they're available from Amazon or eBay, it says. But I'm sure if you go on to Temu and places like that, you'll be able to find them a bit cheaper if you like to shop on that sort of thing. And the finished one with the hanger is about 6 inches long, so that's not too bad. And if you have any questions about the pattern or need any help, then you can contact the lady by Instagram account at amigo119, or simply write to Joe R.N. Wagner at online@de. But again, I'll put it in the description box below, and I'm sure you wouldn't have any trouble because it's quite fairly straightforward anyway. So there's that one, and that was a Ravelry pattern as well. Now this one is again smile factor, and it's also a no sew, and I know a lot of you do not like to sew in the ends and things, so you know, everyone says, oh, I know sew, that makes it really good. So I saw this and thought, yes, but aren't they just cute? Really, really cute. And they are frog mushrooms, mushroom frog amigurumi. And I might well be late to the party, but I saw them and thought, well, I had to add them to my list of free pattern Friday things to do. And it says, hello dear friend, thank you for choosing to crochet my mushroom frog pattern. This little friend isn't just an amigurumi, it's a playful journey, reminding us that life can be as magical and as whimsical as we dream it to be. As you work through each stitch, focus on the joy of the process rather than just the final piece, and let it be a mindful practice, a reminder that sometimes life's magic lies within the journey itself. Create with love, embrace the fun, and enjoy the magic. With love from Alina. And I think that was just such a lovely little note to go alongside the pattern. I just had to share it with you all, and I thought that would be really, really lovely. Now, I have also got, the thing that goes with it to tell you about the materials is that they're using the super bulky yarn. As you saw in the picture, it was the chenille yarn type stuff. But again, I don't think it matters. You could do it in DK or anything. It would work up smaller, but then aren't small things just cute? I mean, that's small as it is. But I suppose if you're using the DK, then of course it would be even smaller. Maybe too fiddly for some people, but hey ho, we'll just have to see how it works out. Super bulky yarn in green, white and red. And they're suggesting to use the Himalayan Dolphin Baby, which is a yarn art Dulcie. It says between 15 and 20 centimetres strand of white and black sport weight yarn for the face, embroidery 5mm crochet hook, again if you're using the chenille, and then 5mm crochet hook, which I've said, 10mm safety eyes, some fibre felt, and if you're using the same yarn hook size, your mushroom frog will be about 4.3 inches, which is 11 centimetres tall. You imagine if you're using something like DK, it'd be a bit tiddier. It'd be lovely. And that's all I have to say about the pattern, but I just had to share because of the sheer cuteness. So that is a frog and a mushroom at the same time. Okay, so now we're moving on to some Hobie patterns that I found. Now these aren't in order because I haven't ordered them. I've just literally printed them out as they come. So it may well be in quite a good thing, but it might also not. So it might be jumping from one thing to the other, but I'm sure that we will keep up with each other. And now this is the Starlit Sky Scarf, and it's for an experienced crocheter. The measurements are 38 centimetres by 210 centimetres using a 3.5mm crochet hook, and the yarn is the Universe, and they use 3 skeins of it. Again, it's on the Hobie website, and I haven't gone on to find out whether it's 50 gram balls or not. I would assume so because it doesn't look like there's lots and lots of scarf there, but I could be wrong. Like I say, I haven't looked, but I just like the pattern of it and not necessarily the colour, but if it's your colour then that's fine too, isn't it? We can always use whatever yarn that we like, remember. You need to turn the scarf at each row, and to start and to do the row 1, you make 96 double crochets in the foundation chain. Now of course that is let me make sure before I say it. Yes, that is the American terms, because the stitches you need is single crochet, double crochet, and that's really it. You just need to know how to decrease 2 together and 3 together. And again, as always, it's got the link to the yarn that you need to use, and also if you get any trouble with the pattern, then you can always email them. And it's by Hobie Friends Morben Design. Now, did I tell you? I didn't tell you who the full mushroom was by, did I? Apart from Elena. That's all the information I've got, but again, I'll put it in the description box below, so it'll be fine. Yeah, so that's literally all I can tell you. But it's Morben Design by Hobie Friends. So there is that one. I just like the design, like I said, it looked pretty easy and quite mindful. Been searching for mindful things because of the fact of not having much time to do stuff, but there we go. Right, we are starting with, I think it's the amigurumi. Oh no, there's a couple of blankets as well, so oh, it's just going to be a bit of a mismatch today. Anyway, this one isn't necessarily Easter related, but you can have a Cupid piglet anytime, can't you? I know it's related to Valentine's maybe, but I just thought it was cute and I just had to show you. I love the hearts on his little trousers there, or even her trousers, I suppose. But this is a pattern by this person, by something lobby company. I can't read it, so you just have to bear with me. Anyway, it's using Friends cotton 8/4, and you need a skein each of Dusky Rose, Mulberry, and a remainder of pink, Berry Smoothie, white and beige. Well, of course, look at the picture. Well, all I do is look at the picture and just match it to what I have, especially when it comes to yarn scraps and things like that. Now, the measurements, sorry, getting sidetracked. The measurements are 6 of it is 6 inches, and the pattern information is that the pattern for the Cupid piglet is one of the easier patterns for crocheting amigurumi, and is therefore suitable for intermediate leveled crocheters. If you have mastered the usual technique such as the magic ring, crocheting single crochet stitches in spirals round, and crocheting in rows, the pattern should not be a problem for you. Other techniques such as deep single crochet stitch are explained separately in the pattern, and you will find photo guides to the most important steps for better orientation in the pattern. And then of course there's hashtags for social media and a link to buy the yarn if you want to buy the exact yarns. But I just had to share him because he did look very cute. Okay, so now we have a blanket called the Sunshine Baby Blanket. Now, I like the colours of this. And let me just have a drink of my coffee, sorry. It's been a long time since I made a video. Crochet pattern Sunshine Baby Blanket by Monica Nanny from Mo Design. And the colours were very striking, and I first saw this on Pinterest. It came up on my feed. You know, like when you've been looking and things like that, then you get a little caption in the morning and it shows you different things. Anyway, I saw this and I clicked on and I realised that it was a Hobie pattern. But I love the colours together. I think they are very nice. And it can be for either, can't it? Boy or a girl in those colours. But I do like the fact that it's a granny square mixed and also a stripe. Oh, excuse me. And also a stripe. And so I just thought I would show you that just purely for that reason, because it is something just a little bit different. And they're saying that the yarn they use is called Acadia, and they use a 4mm hook. So I'm assuming that it would be like a DK because it's 51% acrylic and 49% cotton. Again, use what you use. Don't worry about it if you don't, if you can't get the stuff and you don't want to get the stuff. And it is a DK gauge, double crochet gauge, 15 stitches by 9 rows, 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters, and that is 4 inches by 4 inches. And it's single crochet, double crochet, a slip stitch, a puff stitch, a bobble stitch, and a crab stitch, and a treble stitch. So there are lots of different stitches in there. If you know what you're doing, that's fine, and if not, then it's quite an easy one to be able to learn it. Now the pattern information is Meet the Sunshine. It says Meet the Sunshine baby blanket pattern. Super fun and colourful crochet project that is perfect for adding sunshine to your day. This blanket is made with bright happy colours, flower granny squares and cool stripe squares that all mix together in a really awesome way. It has a soft cozy feel and retro vibe that's totally cute. Whether you want to make a special gift for a baby or just try out a cool new pattern, this project is easy to follow and super rewarding. Get ready to stitch some sunshine and create something amazing. And so that is the reason that I chose the sunshine blanket. Now, the other one is here. We've got a Happy Bear baby blanket and beanie. Now I chose this because of the pattern, because of the way that the crisscrossing bit goes up to make it look like, I can't remember. I might see if it says there. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, doesn't matter. The material they use is the Daily Stitch Wool Blend Tweed. There's 3 different colours, but of course you can do whatever. I picked this because of the colours, but then I think that's my colour palette that I'm blending to. I still don't think I'm out of autumn. But anyway, it's 80% acrylic, 15% wool and 5% viscose, and it's 100 gram balls, and it's a DK weight, if I've not already said that. And they recommend using, oh I don't know, it's a 4 weight, and I think that's more on the Aran side, I'm not sure. Crochet hook 6mm, that's what makes me think it is. Scissors, needle and tape measure. The gauge is 13 centimeters. What am I talking about? 13 single crochets by 14 rows, which is 4 inches by 4 inches. Wash and dry your sample before making the measurements. And then it says that the blanket measures 64 by 58 centimeters, which is 25.5 times by 22.75, and the beanie width is 17 by 14 centimeters. The pattern information says that the tricolour, oh this is a bit of a mouthful, hold on, bear with. This tri-coloured textured tweed blanket has a timeless classic look, perfect for relaxing crochet session. For a relaxing crochet session. Oh, I'm getting all tongue-tied. Let's forget it, shall we? Where you can enjoy every stitch. This set includes the adorable matching beanie with little ears, adding an extra touch of cuteness. There's hashtags for social media and a link to buy the yarn if that is what you choose to do. And I've just remembered, and the word is cable. Looks like cabling. And if you've got any questions, then you can also email support@Hobie. So I wanted to show you that as well. Now then, what have we got next? I've just got a pattern. This one, and this one. Right, so that's Easter. That one's Easter. That one isn't. Okay, not many to go now. Now, these next ones are amigurumi and they're all from Hobie. And we have got the kitty. Now, look. Oh, my light's not going to focus properly. Look how cute the little kitty is. Absolutely lovely. And the material is using honey bunny in the colourway silver, but again, you can use any. If you've got a favourite colour, you know, a favourite coloured cap that you want to do the same, then that's fine, isn't it? Crochet hook of 6mm, safety eyes of 12mm. No, sorry, the safety nose of 12mm and safety eyes of 14mm. It's using Honey Bunny Hobie yarn, which is a 6 weight, and it's 100% polyester. Again, you can use any, you don't need to use that, but I just thought he would look really cute in the plushy sort of yarn. And it's the gauge is 4x4, 8 stitches and 9 rows, but I don't think you need gauge when it's like that for an amigurumi, but still. And you need to know single crochet, magic ring and slip stitches. It measures 12 inches tall. Again, if you're using DK or something like that, then it might work up a little bit smaller. The pattern information says that Kitty the cat is sweet and soft and is ready to become your new pet. Legs and arms are crocheted directly onto the body to minimise assembly work. Afterwards, if you use safety eyes, then make sure that you use ones that are large enough to fit properly without falling out of the holes, and recommend a minimum of 9mm, but this depends on your crochet gauge. I recommend embroidering the eyes if the toy is used for under 3 years old. Hashtag for social media and a link to buy the yarn, and of course there's always support there if you at Hobie if you need support with the pattern. But of course, if you've been crocheting for a long time, you know that there's always help groups on Facebook or anything like that to help you if you don't understand a stitch or how to work something. So that is the kitty. Now this one I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I don't think it needs to wait till winter because you can just go on holiday and be a snowboarder. But this is Brady. Brady the snowboarding penguin. Hello, Brady. Anyway, let's have a look. They're using Friends cotton to make this, but again, you can use anything you like. They're using rainbow cotton 8/4, crochet hook of 2mm, safety eyes of 6mm, some stuffing, stitch markers, sewing pins, tapestry needle, and it says textile glue, which is optional. It's approximately 5.5 centimeters tall, which is 2.25 inches and 5 centimeters wide. The gauge, I'm not even going to say it because I don't really need it. The pattern information is that the pattern is perfect for expert crocheters, eager to explore new techniques and passionate about intricate details. The body is crocheted from the bottom up in continuous rounds, alternating between white and black yarn. The snowboard is made up of 2 halves, working in joined rounds and then joined together with a crochet seam. Some small details are worked in rows. The googles, what am I talking about again? The goggles, googles. Oh, oh dear, sorry. The goggles include fun half colour changes to add a bit of flair. Cherry on the top, very little sewing involved. Hashtag for social media. There's a link to buy the yarn if you want to. You can email support if you need to. And well, I just fell in love, and I thought it was even better to have a snowboard with him, and the fact that his legs actually fit in. But this is only the first 2 pages of the pattern. It does show you in the photos as you go along how to make things and things like that. So it is a very, very good pattern, and of course it's free. So that is Brady the snowboarding penguin. Now on to the Easter stuff. We have some Easter chicks. Now look how cute they are, and I think these would be very simple. I love the fact they've got beads for the feet and then just a string for the legs, a lot less work, and it's just basically head, body and wings, and I should imagine they will work up quite easily. And it says Easter chicks with shell, and the crochet hook of 2.5. They're using rainbow cotton again, but again it doesn't matter what you use, I don't think. 2 pairs of safety eyes, 7mm, 4 wooden beads, because you obviously that's for the both, because one's got the shell and one hasn't, and plastic granules. I should presume that's to hold it down so that it sits up, and toy stuffing. They're 13 centimeters tall. There is a link for the yarn as usual, and it says that you need 65 grams of yellow, 5 grams of orange and 15 grams of white. Magic ring, single crochet and half double crochet with a slip stitch are the ones that you need, and it goes straight into the pattern on the other side. And so that, I should imagine, will work up quite quickly. And now I have got some surprise eggs. Now those of you that have seen this, there are all, I've got 3 left, so I won't keep you much longer. But these are all pretty much the same. They're just different versions. And I'm not sure how long that this one would take, because it does look rather fluffy. But there's a sheep Easter surprise egg. And I just love the fact, obviously you would have, which isn't in the picture, but you have another one to fit over the top, so it makes it a surprise with the sheep in the middle. And the designer is Renata, and they're using again Friends Cotton 8/4. For the egg they're using Portobello, which is cotton, acrylic and wool. But again, use what you've got, that's what I say. 4 inches in measurement, in the height. It says, pattern information says, please note that this is a crochet pattern PDF file. The crochet pattern contains detailed description of how to create the Easter sheep in the surprise egg, with a great amount of step-by-step photos and list of necessary materials. The sheep can be crocheted from top to bottom as a one piece. The ears, legs, flower and leaf are crocheted separately and sewn onto the body and the head. Only basic crocheting skills will be needed. Single crochet stitches, increases, decreases, half and double crochet stitches. Only use front loop. Use only back loop and fasten off. Okay. Pattern level intermediate and also for beginners with some crochet experience. Patterns include to use 2 sizes, a 4 and a 2.5. Hashtag for social media, and there's a link for the yarn. So there is the sheet one. Now this one is pretty much the same, but I think it has to be my favourite, and that is a chicken from the same designer. And again, same sort of thing, and it just says that the wings, the comb, the tail and the wattle are crocheted separately and sewn onto the body, and it's much the same, so I don't need to go into it, but I will put it all in the description box below so you can manage to have a look. But this one is definitely my favourite, and as you can see on this one, there is the top of the egg as well, so I thought that was super cute. And then we have, last but no means least, the bunny. And the bunny is exactly the same. You see, isn't she the cutest? Now you don't have to have a pink bunny either. You can do it to any. You could have a grey bunny, a blue bunny, or anything. Doesn't matter. But this is the bunny from the same one. And again, all the things are stitched on. Exactly the same. There's a hashtag for social media and there's a link for the yarn. But again, I just thought I would show you those Easter things. Now, I did say by no means least, but I wanted to save this one till very last because I think this is just for you, just for your information. If you fancy putting it on your list, or you fancy giving it a go, or you may even be already doing it. But it says, be your own star. Now, every single week there is a chapter that comes out, and we are on part 4 at the moment. But this I've saved because I wanted to do it. I can't afford the yarn kit for it, so I'm just going to find my own to use. But the pattern information for this is this beautiful textured shawl. Let me put that one there. Beautiful textured shawl is a great way to express yourself with its unique but modern appearance. The shawl represents everyone because every person is one of a kind, and loving yourself is very important for your mental well-being. We are all stars on the canvas of the universe. With so many different stitches used, I am sure that you'll have fun making it, and I can assure you that you won't get bored easily. There are technique videos, and there's also a link to the kit as well on here, and there is also the email for the support, as we've said before in the other ones that I've shown you. And there's a hashtag, be your own star, Cal. The gauge is 18 double crochet stitches in 10 rows, which is 4x4. For more information, see gauge swatch section below. And it says before blocking, it's 26.5 long and 56.25 inches wide. After blocking, it's 29.5 inches long and 68.5 inches wide. And like I say, I wanted to show you it. Let me see if I can find a photo, because this is quite paper heavy. There are quite a lot. I make sure that I print on both sides. Oh, come on. Just trying to see if I could find a photo, because there are photos all the way along. Right, so basically, let me just put this bit down. This is the first part, so you're literally just doing a tiny bit, and then the part 2 bit, you come along and then it grows and grows and grows until it gets really, really big. Now, I don't know whether there is 4 parts or 5 parts, or maybe 6 parts, I can't remember, but when I go on and look on a Thursday, it's already there. So there is 4 parts waiting. If you want to go along and print it off for yourself, I will put it in the description box below. But I thought it was something different, and it reminds me a lot of the one that is, oh, the 6-day blanket. I can't remember. But yeah, so it did remind me of that, and I thought it looked lovely in those colours. But if I haven't got the colours to match, then I will just do it in my own. But I did like the idea of it in parts. I just haven't, when I did manage, I did want to do it from, and follow along, but I just haven't had time with moving and everything. So I've been printing it off weekly, and then at least it's mine to keep. So I'll put that in the description box below as well. So I am off on my travels. I'm going to buy a new cooker today, because we've been managing for nearly 3 weeks without a cooker, and I'm fed up now. And with Easter coming, my husband wants to make a roast, so we are off to go and see what we can find. So you will see this when it manages to get uploaded. Happy Friday, everyone, and I hope you have a really, really lovely weekend, and I will be back very soon when I've managed to sort out myself. But I was just desperate to come back and see you all. So take care, everyone. Love to you all. Bye.